Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is gonna be a bit different from normal because today I'm not discussing a plugin or a Minecraft server version, but more so a Minecraft server client that I think you guys should consider. This client is called Feather Client, and as a long-time Lunar client and Badlion client user, I'd like to share my unique and unbiased perspective on this new client. If you do enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. First off, since Feather Client is currently in the beta stages of releasing their client, you can't really use Feather Client at the moment unless you pay $12. However, I took one for the team, and while doing this, I realized that I can actually invite another person to gain access to the client. So, as a token of appreciation to you all for the loving support I've received so far while doing YouTube, I'll be giving this invite away in my Discord server, which you can join on the screen here. From the time that this video is uploaded, you'll be able to join the giveaway for a week, and you must be subscribed to win, so make sure to subscribe and join my Discord server. Now with all that out of the way, let's get started by just opening Feather Client. And honestly, right off the bat, I kinda like this UI. I've already opened Feather Client before, so I've already seen this, but honestly, I've seen a couple other reaction videos on this, and a lot of them were kind of hating on this because they said it was either too small or too big or too simplistic or not enough. I think it's just right personally. I've used Badlion. Badlion's was always way too chunky, and Lunar's, while it was smoother, it just didn't seem to have enough. And their updates were always posted below and stuff, and you can see these all very clearly right here. You can change your mods and do everything like that just from right here. One of the things I really love about Feather Client is that you can add your own mods to the client. That's right, you're not restricted by what the client wants you to use. Instead, you can just press on this Add Own Mods button and open up the mod folder and just drag and drop the folders of the mods that you want to use right here. Now, I'm not really using any custom mods right now because I don't really have any in particular I want to use. However, if you want to, you can. And I've honestly run into such a brick wall with all these mods and stuff like that, because with Lunar Client, they've removed Replay mod, and that would require me to use Badlion, and I really don't like to use Badlion because of the whole situation going on with them. And I think a client just kind of opening up their scape like this really is a good thing and something that really is needed in the Minecraft server space right now. However, I see the reason why Lunar Client doesn't just go ahead and enable users to add their own mods. The real reason for this is because Lunar Client's whole thing is that if you're using Lunar Client, you can't be a cheater. This is because they've locked down the client in a sense where you can't import vape clients and different hack clients onto the client. But with this, I could literally just drag and drop a hack client right in here and then use Feather Client just like a hack client. Now, this means Feather won't exactly be able to compete with Badlion and Lunar on the sense of an anti-cheat level, where you can say, oh, this person isn't cheating because they're using Feather. However, I still really think this is a client that can genuinely compete with these, because to be real, most servers, aside from Hypixel for some reason still, have really good anti-cheats. Vulcan and Spartan, even though I prefer Vulcan, they're both top of the line anti-cheats, and they really catch anything that can be thrown at them. Of course, there's always some things that are going to override and stuff like that, but still, I really think that servers have gotten to the point where you don't need a client to ensure that a user isn't hacking. Now, from their main launcher screen, you can see right here that they have 1.8.9, 1.12.2, 1.17.1, and 1.18.1. So they basically cover all of the main aspects of the Minecraft community. 1.8.9 is mainly for PvP, 1.12.2 is mainly for servers like 2b2t and Anarchy servers for hack clients and things like that. 1.17.1 is basically for servers that don't want to be on 1.18.1 yet, because to be honest, it's not really stable yet. And 1.18.1 is the newest version and kind of a hot topic right now. However, since I play Bedwars and that's mainly what I'm going to be testing this on, I'm going to launch 1.8.9. Okay, I really like that loading screen. It's better than Lunar clients, because I'll show what happens whenever you launch Lunar client, but it doesn't format properly, and this is just kind of beautiful. And then it goes to full screen like this. And honestly, I've seen this loading screen before. Love the red and white color scheme, by the way. A lot of people that I saw doing review videos were hating on the fact that this is on the left side. And I personally hope they don't change it. It sets them apart from all of the other clients. I've never seen another client really have it on the left side of the screen. And personally, it's something I really like. But aside from the animations themselves, there really isn't much that goes on this loading screen here. But to be fair, there's not normally a lot you can do. You can edit your Minecraft settings from there, your feather mods, you can edit all your mods right from the loading screen. All other clients have this, so it's good that they're able to compete with the other ones. They have performance settings, which this is something we're going to be testing today, because in their announcement videos they've stated that they get way better frames than Badlion. Didn't really call out Lunar exactly, but they're kind of competing against them directly, so we're going to test those out. And the only real other thing on this loading screen is the cosmetics tab. Now this is really simple. They don't have any wings, boots, or hats released yet, or I'd show them to you. But basically they only have the beta space one, and this is not completely set up. As you can see, it's not over here yet. However, I expect they'll have the setup when it's not in beta, and there are a couple bugs, but nothing really game breaking. Honestly, so far, I've really liked the experience of this client. But anyways, in order to test this out, I'm just going to go to multiplayer and just join Hypixel real quick. So one thing that I do want to say before I really get into the whole mods UI and everything like that is that I did set up my mods on here previously. I didn't add any custom ones, I just kind of, added in my own keybinds. So for toggle sprint, I added in my own toggle sprint keybinds. I set up the keystrokes mod on the top right, the colors for these at the bottom down here, and it all was really cool. Honestly, I think it's better, or if not, probably just the same as Lunar clients and Badlions. I do like Lunar clients in this one a lot more, just because it doesn't like take up your whole screen, because on Lunar client it has like the kind of same thing here. I wish they, in the future, hopefully they do set up a dedicated cosmetics menu, but besides that, it's really cool. Another thing that I wanted to point out is that their resource pack manager looks really cool. Now with Lunar client, I haven't used Badlion in a while. I know that their pack, it can look clear, but it doesn't look like that. And this just I don't know, it gives it a way better feel. I don't really know how to describe it, but it does. There are actually two issues I have so far with the mods I've loaded. First off, the ping one, I'm pretty sure it works in the tab. As you can see, it shows a 98 next to my name, but it doesn't show it down in the bottom right, even though I do have the ping thing on right here. And it says it's on, all this stuff, it just doesn't show up. I don't know if I'm just being stupid or something, but I just can't find it. Second thing is that on Lunar client at the bottom here, for my pack display, it would always show up with my actual pack and not my overlay. Now I get why it shows up as the overlay, because I have to put the wool overlay over the actual pack, but Lunar client figured out a way for that to not happen, and I'd rather people be able to figure out what my actual pack is, not just my wool overlay. So that is an issue that I do have with this. So I'm going to be going over a couple of my favorite mods that Feather has, or a couple things with their client that I really like before I jump into some games of Bedwars, just to showcase it a little bit. And the first thing I really want to point out is they have a custom Discord indent. Now, basically every prominent Minecraft client has one of these, but this one's special because not only does it show the time elapsed, which every single one of them do to the best of my knowledge, this one also shows where you are in Hypixel, and it also shows your actual server. And this changes when you go to a different server. This doesn't seem too groundbreaking, but both Badlion client and Lunar client still manage to not have this set up. For whatever reason, they just can't do this. And I think it's the small things like this and adding your own mods and things like that that'll give Feather client a huge advantage over the competition. Another really cool feature that Feather client has is that unlike Lunar client and Badlion, which you can install Mumble in and use that for voice chat, they have their own voice chat built into their client. This is a really cool feature because proximity chat right now, it's blowing up, and this is something that'll also put them ahead because they don't have to rely on Mumble, which honestly can be pretty sketchy at times, and this gives them a huge advantage. The final thing that I want to talk about before I jump into the game is that Hypixel hasn't really collaborated with Feather Client yet to the point where they have, like, you know, a Hypixel stats thing over here. Now, I don't know if Lunar Client got that set up, because like in Bedwars, I'll show a screenshot of it on the screen here. You can have your like game statistics for Bedwars, and it's really useful for all Bedwars players to just be able to visualize how your session is currently going. But the problem with this is that Badlion doesn't have it, and none of the other clients really have this feature, and a lot of players love it. So I'm not sure if you have to be partnered with Badlion to set this up. I think there is a way that you could detect maybe wins, losses, kills, final kills via chat messages in the chat, but hopefully Feather Client can work something out with Hypixel or make something happen, or maybe there's a third-party mod that someone can install and just kind of have this on their client. Either way, that's the real only major thing that Feather Client's missing here. So since this video is just going to be a review of this client and basically a comparison between the three main ones being Lunar, Feather, and Badlion, I'm only going to be playing one round of Bedwars for this video, so I'm just going to try and make it a good one and give you guys a good sense of how the client feels. The only major modification that I've done is I've turned on the particles mod that they have that comes with the client. I haven't really added any external mods, and that's the only edit I've made besides the, you know, the cosmetic ones on the bottom left, the top right, and the top left, basically the corners. So the particles there, you get particles even when you don't like actually get particles on them, like it doesn't actually count for a critical hit. Alright, I've already lost my bed. We're off to a great start. I'm just kind of running around getting M's though at mid. Oh, I can probably go break both those people's beds. What are they doing? Hello? Okay, well, blue died, so I don't really want to risk that, but red space is just kind of here. Like, what are these guys doing? Hopefully, that guy's right there. I didn't think that. That was not a smart play. I didn't think he was there. Nope, 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 nope. I should have died. What is happening? Why am I choking so hard? I swear. First I lose my bed and now I'm just bad. I promise I'm better than this. I know this is only like the only game I've ever shown on my YouTube channel. My Bedwars. I stream Bedwars on Twitch, but I swear I'm better than this. I'm not that bad. Please. I have like 400 stars. I used to know life this game, and I still kind of do. It just depends on the mood, I guess. I don't know. But this I'm gonna break one bed here. And I missed it the first try. Alright, whatever, we're doing great. I think I'm gonna go for a pearl and then jump invis here, because honestly, I don't know why I would go for anything else. I was gonna do diamond armor, that's the only real other thing I could do, but iron's plenty for me, obviously. I'm just gonna wait for an iron sword, then I'm gonna go get diamond upgrades, because in this scenario, the best thing I can do is just let other people fight. I don't really want to take on anyone with a bed, so I just gotta make sure I don't fall in the void. I think the void is more of a... Oh, hey Pink. Hey, you don't have a bed either. You don't want to fight me. That's the person that broke my bed. Maybe I could go like stab him, but you know, probably not a good idea. Hey, I don't want any trouble, man. You stay there. I stay over here. Yeah, we don't want any trouble. All right, great, because I kind of wanted to go up here and break Yellow's bed. All right, we're chill. We're chill. Don't hurt me. We're gonna win this game. Maybe. I don't know. I got no confidence. I've played so bad this game. I'm not even like fast bridging. Oh my god. Okay, do a minor fatigue. Doesn't look like it's gonna be a problem though. Yellow's not at his base. Just like that, we're in a 1v1v1. It doesn't look like anyone else really had diamonds, which is very good for us. Only issue for me here is that my fireball and ender pearls, they kind of share a hotkey slot, because I hotkey to 5 with R, and that's usually for like a fireball or a pearl. And when I have both, it's just like my brain gets confused. So instead of throwing a fireball, I'll throw a pearl. Something bad's gonna happen. I could just feel it. If I die because of that, it's not my fault. It's just it's not Lunar. It's not Feather Client's fault either. I'm just bad, man. Oh, this is good. I like this. Alright. Yep, they fought. Pink won, barely. He's gonna chug a gap. But hopefully... He's really weak here. Please. Yes, had to waste the pearl on that. If he evaded that somehow, that would have been really bad. But still, the game is like really smooth with this client. No real complaints, and I definitely love the particles mod, and I would recommend it. Okay, so this is the part of the video where I'm going to be comparing the three clients, that being Feather Client, Lunar Client, and Badlion Client. So after running F3A to remove any unloaded entities or chunks or anything like that, I'm averaging around 105, 110 frames in the main lobby. That's without people turned on. On Feather Client, if I turn on people, I dip down to around 90. So overall, this is pretty good. All of the clients will have no performance things like changed at all. If you guys are wondering about my specs, I'll pull up F3 right here. But as you guys can see, I'm running a GTX 1050 Ti. This is a low profile, but it doesn't really change much. And for my CPU, I don't know why it's not showing it, but I have a 2060. So interestingly enough, when you do the same thing with Lunar Client, without any people on, sitting on the same block after doing F3 and A, you're averaging around 130 frames, 120, that range. And even when you turn people on, you still, you dip to around what you were getting on Feather Client with with players off. So that's pretty strange, but to be noted that Feather Client didn't call out Lunar Client in their announcement for having like higher frame rates than them. They actually called out Badlion Client for having like way higher frame rates than them in Skyblock. So we're going to check out Badlion now, and hopefully there's a bit more of a gap there for Feather Client. And as you can see here from this little snippet on Badlion, Badlion's averaging around 100 frames per second with no players in the lobby. And if I turn on players, that drops even more, but not as much as the other clients, to around like 95. So, around a 5 frame loss, and that's really not that bad. But still, Feather Client does beat Badlion Client, meaning that actually Feather Client is better than Badlion Client without any configurations for FPS boost. And that is a huge deal, considering that I didn't do any changes to either of the configurations. Majority of players won't do any changes to the configurations. That means the Feather Client is already beating one of the top 2 Minecraft clients right now, and they're still only in their beta stage. So honestly, I think they have a really, really, really good chance of being able to beat Lunar Client sometime in the future. But yeah, the only real thing I have to say about the battle between these 3 clients is that we're gonna have to wait and see. Obviously, Lunar Client will always be at the top for now, and probably until Feather Client actually becomes like playable for everyone, because not everyone's going to pay $12 to access a client. However, if Feather Client can actually get past the beta stage, actually release their client, and actually keep on going in the direction that they're going in right now, they've already beaten out Badlion. Badlion's main thing, besides from the whole anti-cheat thing, which they kind of counter with being able to add your own mods, they're already beating them on the FPS front, which Badlion is always known for having great FPS. And while Lunar does beat them, it's not by an incredible margin. And I'm sure both can be tweaked and performed in different ways. And I bet that some way, somehow, the Feather Client developers can make it so Feather Client beats Lunar Client. But being completely honest, do I really care who's like actually victorious in the end? No, not really. I feel like that's not really going to be a thing for a lot of the Minecraft players right now. They're really just going to care about what gives them more features. And I feel like Bedwars players and developers, especially developers, which I'm part of, I'm kind of a developer person if you don't know who I am, I think they're going to prefer Feather Client. Just because of the fact that you can upload your own mods. Just something as simple as that. I know all the other PvP clients right now are kind of based around the fact that, oh, if you use our client, people will know you're not cheating, and you can't get really accusated or anything like that. And while that's great, I think that eventually we're going to have to shift away from that, because clients cannot always perform. Like, the mods that they put in will not always be accurate for what the average user needs. And that's where I think Feather Client's going to be superior in the future. So if I had to guess right now, I would say that in maybe, a year or 2, Feather Client will be on top. It'll be past Lunar Client in players, and it may not look like it right now, but I feel like, honestly, maybe even once this client gets out of beta, it could be a serious threat to Lunar Client, and it could actually overtake them in like various areas. Probably not in players yet, but you know, just like in performance, like just different mods and things like that. But anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know this video is way different from my other videos. It doesn't really have anything to do with Minecraft servers, but the thing is, this is my first unscripted video on this channel. On my old channel, I used to do plenty of these, and I've missed doing them a lot. So if you guys would like to let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this, or just if you guys want to see plain Bedwars gameplay, I actually stream that over on my Twitch at twitch.tv/Highpurity if you want to go check that out right now. But anyways guys, let me know if you guys are going to switch from Lunar Client or Badlion Client or another client to Feather Client, or what your thoughts are on this whole situation. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.